Hello and welcome to Emma Bennet Romance Author. Today I shall be Emma Bennet, it seems.
At some point we will be, there we go, we're unmuted. Maybe we can be heard now. What do you reckon? Maybe if somebody could let us know if you can hear us, because I am here for a Bring a Blanket writing and productivity sprint. I haven't got a blanket. It's all a bit of a mess. Never mind, but I am here with the one, the only lovely Martin, and I did manage to gesture towards him with the correct way, the correct direction. There we go. Martin, how are you? Tell me everything.
I am A1 tip top. I am very excited to be here. I might even try and write some romance. I probably won't. I'm just being polite. But an honor and a privilege.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. I don't expect you to write romance. I appreciate that you do actually have stuff to be getting on with. So this is going to be a big disappointment to a lot of people in the chat, but Martin's going to want us to work today. He actually messaged me asking how many sprints we would be able to do. That's how serious he is about this. So apologies. I understand if you want to leave now. I'd like it if you didn't, but you know, I completely understand. It's not what you're expecting from him. Anyway, if you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Emma Bennet. I'm a UK-based writer. It's very exciting to have Martin here because he is also UK-based and he's actually moved nearer to me now, so we're not really that far from each other. Martin, do you want to do like a proper introduction and tell everybody about your sci-fi series?
My name is Martin. I am one half of the pen name Bradley Lejeune. We are putting out a space opera series called The McMurdo Rift. It is about a bartender who was a war hero and is hiding from his dark past when it walks into his pub in the form of his ex-wife and says that her new husband has gone missing and would he mind helping her going to find him. Along the way, they encounter questionable aliens and friends that they should really be keeping a closer eye on. And it's very exciting.
Mm-hmm. It is exciting. I'm reading it at the moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So book 3 is going to be out when?
How far are you? Book 3 is currently scheduled.
I want to know when book 3 is coming out.
28th of December.
Woohoo! Late Christmas present for people.
Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango. Sorry, that was involuntary.
Right, okay, so I've been showing people's comments up on here because we've got some people here. We've got the lovely Laura Gomez, we've got the wonderful Daisy Swan, we've got Paget, who says, you both sound so wonderful, A1 tip top. I'm just being polite. Oh my God, what a dynamic duo. It's very exciting. Jocelyn is stream hopping today. Yeah, I know that Margaret is actually doing her live as well. I didn't mean to coincide with her. I kind of forgot it was on. So I'm sorry, Margaret. Not that she's here, but anyway. Daisy says that she's loving the commitment from you. Paget says, what a nice way for me, a cranky type in the morning to get to work. Oh, well, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon here. Like Martin's already worked all day.
It's true, I have.
You know, a lot of commitment. Yeah. Okay. Right. Just for you, Martin, why don't we get one of these sprints? Because I promised him 3 sprints. So if we get one out of the way, then that should keep him happy for a while anyway, is what we reckon. Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to put up with the sleeping kittens, but never mind.
That's the best
Okay.
timer.
Hey guys, let's get all awesome and productive in 3, 2, shush. We're being serious now. We're working. 1, let's go. Lovely. Martin is back with us. How did that sprint go for you?
Very well.
Nice. Will you share how many words you got, or is it going to be a secret?
It's a secret.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Did anybody else get any work done, or were we all just messing around in the chat? Because I can't say. Actually, I didn't really have anything set. Because we were having fun.
Writing time.
Well,
writing is fun.
Writing is fun, but I'm going to be planning my NaNoWriMo book from Sunday. So I'm kind of on a little bit of a hiatus from writing. So, you know, I was chatting. I was sewing on a Scouts badge as well. You know, we get the things done that we need to get done. And during that sprint, I needed to chat. You know, what can I say?
If you're
needing very impressed with you.
A very good book on how to win NaNoWriMo.
Did you? Oh wow, that must be excellent. I imagine that everybody should buy that book when it comes out on Sunday. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, in case anybody doesn't know, my book, Write, Eat, Sleep, Repeat, which is a guide to how to win NaNoWriMo, will be out on Sunday. So that'll be 2 books released in like 3 weeks. And I will be very glad not to be releasing any more for a little while, or at least none that I actually have to properly deal with myself. I've got my Christmas book coming out in November, but that's with my publishers. So there isn't nearly as much that I need to do. So that's pretty cool. Why don't we see who's in the chat? Lindsay came in, the lovely Lindsay, and the wonderful Kat from Kat's Novel Adventures. I am going to be over on Kat's channel with Andy next Friday, a little bit earlier than this, I think. I need to check that. That's going to be super fun. I love Kat. She has the best accent in the world and the most amazing book recommendations. The man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Panda, is here as well, causing trouble in the chat as per usual, spreading rumors as he does. Yeah, absolutely typical. And Richard is here, but using your old nickname. The nickname has changed. I'm afraid you're using the incorrect nickname. It is now Lovely Martin, which suits him much, much better. I think we all agreed that Andy is completely charming. There was a general consensus about that. And then a lot of rubbish. Richard has a newsletter. Did you know, Martin?
Oh, does he really?
He does. We should really subscribe to that at some point. Not anytime soon, but you know. And I think I said hello to Laura Gomez earlier. I'm sure. Things got a little bit cheeky, so we'll just move on from that. Kat made a phone call. Hope it was someone nice. Phone calls are the worst. You're right. Laura always asking the most important questions. Which badge is it? It's just like one for his unit. He did come home with like about 6 or 7 badges a couple of weeks ago, and I have no idea where they go. So I'm going to have to go down to his meeting at some point with a load of pins and just grab the scout leader and just be like, look, I need to pin these badges on where I need to sew them. I have no idea where they go. This makes no sense. So yeah, it wasn't an exciting badge, I'm afraid. Phone calls, that's very 80s. Absolutely. I don't like making phone calls. What's the How to Win NaNoWriMo book by proper author?
Get cracking on it.
Yeah. And Richard's asking if it was sponsored by Edge of Tomorrow. No, but that is what inspired my sister to come up with the title, apparently. And it is indeed hilarious. Tom Cruise just manically types for 90 minutes, solid film. Absolutely. And then you stick Emily Blunt in there as well. I would go to see that. Definitely. Paget's, I did some things for Puppy and read through a chapter I wrote yesterday. Oh, are you pleased with it? I wonder. And did anyone know that Richard has an email newsletter? Amazing. It has been subscribed to by Paget, so that's great. Devon is here as well. Yay. Not the sewing badge. I don't think that there is a sewing badge in the Scouts. I feel like I remember doing a sewing badge in Brownies. Were you a Scout, Martin?
No.
Yeah, I can't imagine you doing scouting. I imagine that just like, no, I can't see that. But I think I got my sewing badge. I got my hostess badge. I had to make some cake and serve it to like the leaders. And I did it on, it had to be like done on a proper tray with like a doily and teapot and things like that. And it was at this badge day, so my family were there and everybody was kind of doing different badges, and my little sister came up behind me as I was taking this tray over and placing it in front of the examiners and swiped one of the chocolate brownies from the top of the pile that I'd put in it.
Said, good thing you're going to be better at coming up with book titles one day.
Exactly, yeah. I didn't know that she was going to end up so useful, honestly, because she was not useful when she was little, not at all. But honestly, if there was a sewing badge, like I tried to teach my oldest to sew on his own badges, and I thought he was going to end up in accident and emergency. It wasn't worth it. Okay. Safer just for me to do it. Yeah, it was not good. And Paget says, Emily Blunt screaming at him. It also says, eat and sleep, Tom. You're stuck on step 1, but he can't hear her because he's typing very loudly. But if it's Tom Cruise, he'd also have to do the fantastic running. So it would have to be like write, run, repeat for his one, presumably.
He would also probably bugger his wrist typing halfway through the film.
Yeah, definitely. But he'd soldier through. But he'd do like some grimacing faces and Emily Blunt would be like, Tom, you can't possibly carry on. And he'd be like, this one's for Nano. And carry on typing. It would be amazing. How can we get this film made? You know film people and stuff. We need this to go ahead, Martin. You need to deal with it for us.
Oh yeah, you just get the talent to sign on and then you get the money people to sign on and you have a film.
Well, the thing is as well, because loads of the writers aren't writing at the moment, presumably at some point there's going to be a dearth.
They are. It's back on.
Oh, man. I was just going to say, if we don't have any scruples, we could write this script. And when Disney's there going, we have got no scripts, like, what are we going to make? We'll be like, actually, I think you'll find we have something. We have something here for you. Could be awesome.
And before anyone starts whinging about us being scabs, we don't fall under the jurisdiction of the Writers Guild of America. Thank you very much.
Exactly. We're not breaking any picket lines or anything. We couldn't even visit the picket lines if we wanted to. Esther is here. Richard is suggesting Tom Cruise using a clicky-clacky IBM keyboard. No, it has to be all like futuristic for Tom Cruise. There has to be like loads and loads of screens all set up with like different chapters and character things and stuff. And he's just like moving through them, typing away.
But he would be writing his nano manuscript dangling from the ceiling, of course.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. No. But with his nose. Paget says they fixed an early bird cocktail, not a cocktail, and wow, everything looks very reasonable now. It's amazing. Okay. Cool. And Richard says, it's all right. It was the least effective industrial action ever. Well, thank you for telling us that it's okay. Paget suggesting he's typing in the air.
They actually got quite a lot more than they were expecting.
Yeah.
So I don't know why Richard's saying it wasn't effective. It was remarkably effective. And just
Fair
there
enough.
to show the Paraguayans.
Fair enough.
Perhaps something Richard might want to remember the next time he passes a postman.
Laura Gomez said his arch enemy could be Tom Hanks using an old typewriter. We wouldn't want to put Tom against Tom. That would be terrible.
Good old-fashioned Tom off.
Tom off, yeah. No, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to see Tom. I want to see Tom helping Tom. I think that would be much better. Oscars for everyone, indeed. And shut up, Martin. No, you don't get to say that to Martin. Not on my stream. I'm going to hide that. The Tom off. Excellent. I like the Tom off. Paget says to Esther, it's one of those drink this in the morning to be productive things. I will try anything Instagram throws in my face wants to help the morning be less dreadful. Yeah, I don't like mornings very much. Mornings, not good. Wildcard Tom Jones. Fair enough. I've walked past Tom Jones' house before, or one of his houses, and it's got daffodils on the gate. Kind of.
I didn't take you for a stalker.
I'm not a stalker. I was going for a walk, and it was like, that's Tom Jones's house where I was walking. And why would I wouldn't stalk Tom Jones. I'd choose someone decent to stalk, like Andy. You know, and at the moment I can only do that online, which is really, really sad. Someone buy me a ticket to Canada so that I can do it in person. That would be awesome.
Or someone find out what Andy did to get himself banished so we can get him forgiven.
I know, definitely. Yeah, justice for Andy. Bring him back. That's a better storyline. I feel that we need to leave the Tom Cruise NaNoWriMo and we need to deal with this story. It's much better, much more intensity. Lots of Tom-offs, Tom. Esther has an energy drink in the morning. That would probably send me completely loopy if I had an energy. I've never had an energy drink, but I suspect me on an energy drink would not be good. I'm bad enough if I just have a caffeinated coffee. Paget says, I feel like my morning crankiness is a little next level. Oh, I'm sure it's not. Everybody's a little bit cranky in the morning if they're normal. It's only weirdos that leap out of bed at 5 a.m. or like cheerful and replying to messages from their strange friends.
If you look
sorry,
up the
I didn't catch
spreadsheet,
that.
if you look up the spreadsheet, you can find when they're streaming at 5 a.m. and who they are.
Yeah, but they always look miserable, don't they? Like,
well, yeah,
you know, it's not like they're there going, yeah, this is so awesome. They're there going, because Esther recently did an experiment getting up really early. I think it was 5 a.m. And I felt for her. That woman is not a natural morning person. It was terrible to watch. I felt like I really, really went through something with her. We're going to need to start another sprint, or we're not going to get them all in, are we? Andy is hiding. Fair enough. Andy's banned by the SAS in Wales. That's not true. Justice for Andy, title of the next book for anyone who wants it. It's going to be a film. People want to see this. They want to be there with you, you know? Right, okay. Guys, there's loads of this. We're now talking mushroom coffee. So I feel yeah, who should play Andy in the movie about him being banished to Canada? And also, how are we going to get him back? Those are the two things that we are going to be discussing during this sprint for anybody who is not Martin and is going to be like chatting. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. Right. Let's get into this sprint then so we get them all in. Okay. 3 and 2 and 1. Let's go.
Ahoy, hoy. That really is a wonderful thumbnail on how much you spent to publish your book. Dead air, dead air. Oh dear. How does channel normally work?
All the excitement. How did it go for you?
Wonderful.
Was it good? Was it productive? I know, isn't it? Martin's muted himself. Why have you muted yourself, Rita? There.
I wasn't.
You were muted. Well, I didn't mute you. Can you hear me properly? Can everyone hear me properly?
Yes.
What's going on? You were muted. It said it had the muted thing. Yeah, is it all going on? I haven't left. Andy says that I've left you, but I haven't. I'm here. What can people see? What's going on? What's going on? Martin, tell us what you've been writing.
I think we've just been accused of both being in England.
Yeah, neither of us are in England. We're both in Wales. Oh man. Right, so people can hear us, but there's like a delay, presumably. This is a disaster of a stream. I'm not being funny, Martin, but I'm blaming you completely because my internet has been really good for quite some time now, and it's just that you come on and you mess it up. So this is completely Martin's fault, everyone. Anyone listening?
I think you'll find your last guest was Richard, who has a tendency to leave things worse than he finds them.
No, he doesn't. Richard was a lovely guest, and he wasn't my last guest. Andy was my last guest. Yeah, with a T. With a T. There we go. Oh, that'd be horrible. Okay, I think it's getting better. People can hear us, and it's good. Kat saying you can hear both of you. Keiko is apologizing for saying that it was the English internet. Kay Simmons has joined us. Hello, Kay. How are you? Just finished enjoying lunch with my kiddo. Now back to work. Can we know how many words you've done, or is it still a secret, Martin?
So far, I have done 1,978 words across both sprints.
That is amazing. You are fantastic. That is ridiculous. That's like 2 days work for me. And you did it in 50 minutes. It's brilliant. Well done. Fantastically. And hey, cool gamer. What did you aim to get done today? Or do you just kind of do as much as you can?
I hope to do roughly what I did yesterday.
Was it 3K yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was. Very nice. Very nice. One of these weird people that have written a book in like a fortnight or something.
No, but I aspire to be.
Oh, so this one is just you writing, isn't it? And do you have a plan for when it's going to come out, or are you just seeing how it goes?
I am writing solo. I would say for the first time, but not. This I am going to write the trilogy and then start releasing it.
Sure.
So initially, I was hoping.
Are you going to do a fast release?
I'm actually looking into options for serialization.
Oh, cool. Cool. We don't have Vila here in the UK yet, which is kind of annoying.
No, and probably isn't the platform I'd go with anyway. There's
too cool for Amazon anyway.
Oh no, we like Amazon. They make things very easy for authors.
Yeah.
But obviously Patreon is the big one. There's also Ream, which is a new platform specifically for authors and lets you do stuff like you can upload your whole book at once, schedule when it gets released, and have it released on different days for different tiers. But then there's the downside that no one's heard of it, so it might not be great for readers.
Yeah, it sounds kind of complicated as well. I wouldn't cope with that. I would completely mess it up. I'd probably set it out like backwards or something so that people were given the final chapter first.
No, you'd be marvelous. You can do anything you set your mind to.
But my mind doesn't like to be set to many things. That's the problem. But thankfully, I have lots of awesome friends who help me with the stuff that I can't do. For who I'm very grateful. Poor Keiko has got an eye infection and has had for the last week, which is horrible. That's not nice. And says, I got stuff for it even though the doctor was weird. She was diagnosing by reading the nurse's report and from 4 meters away. That's kind of a bit far away to diagnose for an eye infection. And he's suggesting that maybe the doctor didn't want to catch the infection. Sure, but I don't think it's going to fly out of her eye if you go like within 2 meters and kind of attach itself with a sucker and crawl into your eye. Maybe it would.
Clearly, you have been looking on the
Kat has been
website
waiting for her phone to update. Yeah, very true, very true. I need to get up to date with everything on there, don't I? Cool. Okay, we better get this final sprint in, otherwise we're not going to get the 3 that I promised you.
You
And a
did.
girl should always keep her promises. Apparently, I'm being gross. I'm not even sorry.
Why
Not
would they
even
come here?
sorry.
They
Right,
didn't know
let's
to
get the
expect
timer back up. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know that I'm going to say something completely like disgusting at some point. It's going to happen, and you know you are loose cannon. Frankly, that's what we love about you. That is now okay. Let's see if my mouse would like to move. Maybe my mouse isn't feeling like moving today. How fun! Does anything feel like moving? Oh, it started itself. Lovely. Okay. Apparently we're sprinting. Let's go.
Woo!
There we go. We are all done with those silly sprints that just get in the way of all the chatting, really. Martin, how are you? Loving the lighting. Did you just turn on lights and things and make it all kind of look fancy?
I did. I'd love to explain how I have a cinematography background and know exactly how to get just the right mood from lights. But actually, there's an unused socket down there and a box I can put a lamp on, and that's just kind of how it is right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Was it a good sprint for you?
Really good.
Excellent. So I'm taking it, you killed that 2000 mark. You're way over that. Are you going to tell us your final one, or is it a secret?
Not just yet.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We had I got to put up this typo from RC. Worst typo ever. Ads is what he was going for. Ads. So there shouldn't be ads in the middle of my streams. They should just be at the beginning. Yeah, the kids need new shoes. Cat is heading off. Hoping everyone has a fantastic weekend. Oh yeah, it is the weekend. For us people who are self-employed, the weekend isn't quite as exciting as for other people, I have to say. Oh, Cat! Hey, Birdie, how are you? Was that Cat making noise? Hello?
Possibly.
Are you going to pay me some attention or just clean your bits? Men, am I right?
He's French.
Typical. Yeah, fair enough. Male and French, what do I expect? No hope. Eloise is saying, bye to Cat, have a great weekend. Get yourself a treat to make the grocery shopping more bearable. I love grocery shopping. I think grocery shopping is really, really fun, I have to say. But then I am food obsessed, so it all links up. Eloise is coding credit card transactions. I don't know what coding credit card transactions is. It sounds very grown up. I don't think that I'm grown up enough. Presumably, yeah.
And yeah. She's got into some
very
sort of
grown up, very
software.
sensible. Well, yeah. Yeah, we're hoping. Nadine is here. I'm not sure that Nadine has been to my channel before. Nadine is brainstorming a new idea for NaNoWriMo. Sounds like just the kind of thing that you could do with a copy of my guide to NaNoWriMo to aid you. It'll be out on Sunday. Actually, technically, I think it might be available now. But shh. Eloise came in saying hola amiga and asking what everybody's working on, but I honestly think, yeah, that it's just Martin that was working or properly working anyway. Martin's the only one who's been taking this seriously, but somebody has to. Hey, and RC arrived with, it was such a fantastic entrance. It was amazing. You know, we used to sing the little purple devil thing. Okay, we used to sing that, you know, but then we also had flames and we had lightning as well. It was very, very exciting to see. This is the kind of thing that you miss, Martin, when you're working. You see, you miss the excitement of the people coming into the chat.
Yes, but instead, I've got 3,147 words down today.
Oh, nicely timed. Nicely timed. That is ridiculous. It made me cough. That's how ridiculous that is. Are you going to do more tonight, or is that you done? Are you like, stick a fork in me? I am done. I'm amazing.
I mean, I could go for more, but I think I'm going to take it easy.
Take it easy after he writes more than 3,000 words. Martin, they want to know your cat's name. I did say it actually a little while ago, but I suppose the owner should be allowed to officially declare the name.
Cat.
Yeah. And he's French and obviously is not interested in properly being seen by us or anything like that. In a typically
now
French
living in his
manner.
third country.
Martin, you have been doing some live sprints. He is a very, very well-traveled cat. He is. Martin, you have been doing writing sprints on your own YouTube channel. Have you got any more plans that people can know about?
Oh no, I don't plan them. I just suddenly do them, and much like I am with Flash Aha, our supposedly monthly Flash fiction stream, which I don't think Richard's actually sorted out this month, so we'll see what happens there. But I am going to be talking to Ben Pick on his channel, although I think that's a pre-record.
Oh, what are you going to be talking about in particular?
Book marketing.
And when is that coming out? Can we have is there a link? Or has it not been recorded yet?
But my channel is youtube.com/Faldor, Faldor. If you like authory stuff, you will find it there, including a very useful video on how to win at NaNoWriMo, which is referenced by all the top scholars in the field, and a video on my patented story sheets method of outlining.
Yes, all the top authors in the field. I think it should be linked in the description. But do you want to stick a link in? No, I just said with lovely Martin. I didn't finish doing the thing. I will put a link to your channel. I got distracted. I know. I'm sorry. Do you want to put a link? Can you put a link in the chat now for people? But I will also update the description, and I will properly put the link to your channel, and I won't get distracted when I'm doing it this time. I promise. Well, no, I don't promise. But look, here we go. I will put a note in my diary. Link to Martin's channel. There we go. There we go. Laura Gomez says insane amounts. I'm not sure what insane amounts was referring to, but I'm sure that it made sense at the time when it was actually put up there. There we go. That's it. Yeah, thank you, Laura Gomez, for really pointing out my error to everyone in the chat. That's just great to have it there so that everyone can properly see. If they couldn't be bothered to look it up themselves, they can just do that. So that's a lot easier for everyone to see what the muffin is. I know. Isn't she lovely? She's lovely. Yes, if you don't follow Martin, then definitely go over there and subscribe, even if it is just to watch possibly the best video on how to win NaNoWriMo ever, which everyone should watch. And then after they've watched it, they should go and buy my book on Sunday, all ready for Preptober. But you're not doing Nano this year, are you, Martin? Because you're like in the middle.
I've also got a pretty
snazzy
book trailer. I wondered what a snazzy book trailer looks like.
Mm-hmm. You have. There's lots on there. But yeah, are you actually doing Nano this year?
Yeah, I've probably set everything up so that I'm going to be in the middle of this book at the start of November, but I am endeavouring to start book 2 instead. But I'm sure we can do some sort of exciting Nano crossover event on ours.
Yay, we can. And can we be friends on the website? Please? Probably. Oh my God, you're as bad as your cat. Yeah, you're not supposed to go probably. You're supposed to go
in a year. I'm trying to remember how it all works.
I'm sure you'll be able to work it out. It's not that complicated. Not that complicated.
Also, thank you, Laura Gomez, for complimenting my word count.
I know. Isn't that just the best compliment when somebody's just like, your word count? It's huge. It is. It's the best word. It's the best compliment in the world. Well done. That was amazing. I feel like I helped as well. I feel like I was partly responsible as I sewed on a badge and faffed around with the internet for your success, which is wonderful.
I know you're being adorably self-deprecating, but actually, once I finished work, I was very much, it's Friday and I'm tired and I don't wanna. And if I hadn't got this scheduled, I don't know, but I would have pushed through and got anything done.
Yay! I really did help. Yay! Go me. Yeah, I helped someone. That's amazing. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Right. I am starving. I am honestly starving, and I need to go and I need to start cooking some food, and I possibly need to pour a very large glass of wine as well. We will see. I think that's quite likely. Have you eaten yet, Martin?
Of course not.
Yeah, well, you must be starving as well. So I think we should say bye-bye. Do you want to do like a little outro? Have you got a little outro you want to do?
My name's Martin Lejeune. I am one half of the pen name Bradley Lejeune, writing space opera, including the McMurdo Rift, the McMurdo Triangle, and the upcoming McMurdo War. I'm currently writing a military sci-fi trilogy, which probably won't be called Battleship Trafalgar, but keep your eyes peeled. Something newsletter.
The newsletter. I will put a link to your newsletter as well in the description, because I feel so bad that I forgot to put the link to your channel. I'm going to do all the links. Anything that anybody wants to find out about Martin will be there. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that it was useful, or at least fun, to listen to the mayhem. Have an absolutely brilliant weekend, and if you are going to be taking part in NaNoWriMo, I hope that the beginning of Preptober goes fantastically for you. I will have a video out on Sunday all about my How to Win NaNoWriMo book and what I am going to be doing for NaNoWriMo, so make sure that you look out for that, and don't forget to boop the like button if you haven't already, people. Come on, you know the drill. Bye for now.